This video is rated 18, suitable only for persons of 18 and over.
Hello YouTube, LJ Draco here. Yes, as you can see, my mop has gone and so is this. I feel so much happier. It feels better to not have the big flop of hair and the big bushy ginger beard. Yeah, I've still got a few tiny strands. I'll fix them afterwards. You can tell by the title is Frozen 2 3D Blu-ray review. This I kind of really wanted to do as soon as possible, but I've not had the time these past few days, plus waiting for my hair and my beard to go before I did another video, because I started looking really rough, and like I kind of looked like a hermit at this point, and I was just really annoyed with myself. Yes, so Frozen 2. Story-wise, I love this more than Frozen. Definitely characters were a lot more interesting. Story was a lot more gripping than the first film. And the music, the songs are even better. Now, my top two modern Disney classic musicals was Moana as number 1 and Tangled was number 2. This has actually taken place for number 2. Moana, I think, for a very long time will be my number 1 favourite, Disney modern musical. Just because Moana is not just the music alone, because the music is gripping and very heart-touching. But this is the story, the characters, everything about that movie makes it perfect in my eyes as a family movie and as a kind of a self-journey discovery movie, if that makes sense. But Frozen 2 has definitely taken the place of Tangled, and Tangled I've loved since I first saw that film. So it kind of breaks my heart because I now know that if someone asks me now, my family, about Tangled, I'm going to end up more than likely recommending this first. So story-wise, this gets a 5 out of 5, instantly, hands down, just because this movie has been stuck in my thoughts for the past few days, and it's hard to shake any of the songs off of it. And I've already got the songs on my phone. I'm already hearing a lot of the script in my head. It's just a really amazing movie. A lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. I had a lot more enjoyment with this than I thought there could be. Disney's done me very proud these past few months, because Maleficent 2, I mean, that overtook the first one for me. That movie just rattled my emotions like crazy. It was absolutely stunning. For a sequel as well. I said sequels have problems with competing or overtaking their predecessors, and Maleficent overtook Maleficent, Mistress of Evil overtook Maleficent, and this has by miles taken over the first Frozen. So yeah, and alright, so 3D, this is where it's going to get a bit complicated, a bit tricky, because anyone who knows me, I'm very set in my ways about how 3D should be presented. I've made this very clear about the whole, it's always about 50-50. That's what makes a perfect 5 out of 5 3D Blu-ray, is you've got to have that 50% depth and that 50% pop. Now, the 3D for this is, I can honestly say, a lot better than the first Frozen. First Frozen had very hit and miss 3D. Some scenes looked okay, and some scenes looked great. Some scenes looked quite, non-existent. This, however, there is a consistency with depth. I will explain this as much as possible. Depth is completely throughout this film. There is no scene in this film where you look at it and go, well, that looks a little bit flat. There is none of that in this. This film has consistent depth. Pop-out only happens when pop-out needs to exist within this film. And I am okay with that for this. I am reasonably content with that. Because there aren't actually a lot of scenes in this where the pop-out is needed. But when it is, Disney delivers. So I would say this is about 60-40%. So 60% depth, 40% pop. Because every scene that required pop got it. So there was no pop scenes where it looked flat. Then there's no depth scenes that looked flat. However, because the pop at 40% works really, really well with the 60 depth. This is still going to get a 5 out of 5. Now, I think this is the first time I'm ever going to give a 60/40 3D presentation. I don't know if it is the first time, but in my head, I think it's the first time I'm ever going to give a 60/40 performance a 5 out of 5 for 3D. Just because it still worked better than most other Blu-rays. So this gets a 5 out of 5 for 2D and 3D. I'm proud to say that. I'm proud to own this. This was a big surprise, and I'm glad Disney knocked me off my ass with this. I didn't do an unboxing of this when I got it because I got it on Tuesday, and there was already tons of unboxings of it, and I just thought, you know what, what's the point? If you want to, when it comes to unboxings, I only really want to unbox certain movies that I know other people or most people aren't really going to get anymore. I may still unbox stuff like the new Star Wars that's coming out, but I'd rather unbox stuff that I know I kind of want to unbox, if that makes sense. I'm sorry that I'm not doing a lot of videos like I used to, or I'm not doing as many videos in the same way that I used to. Just a lot's changed. I feel a bit different about YouTube in a lot of ways. However, there is going to be another 3D review that I'm doing, which was actually a kind of request from a subscriber of mine, and I actually look forward to doing it. I thought I already did one for this film, but I couldn't find one. So I'm going to do one again just in case. I mean, if I have, then, you know, there'll be two, but if I haven't, then it's a first. Right, so yeah, I definitely highly recommend Frozen 2. If you're a 3D lover and just want some really good 3D, I recommend it for that. If you love musicals, I recommend it for that. If you enjoy family movies that you can entertain with not just your husband, your wife, or your kids, and all as a group, I also recommend this. So yeah, 5 out of 5, 2D, 3D, Frozen 2. Do you know what? I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna do this. Look at how beautiful Disney are doing this. This is what's also making me happy. Disney listened to the fans about this guy. Okay, we may have got it a little bit later than we wanted it to, but just look at how beautiful these discs are. I mean, you guys, I showed you the Maleficent, Mistress of Evil discs, Captain Marvel disc, Avengers Endgame discs. I'm so happy that Disney are giving us these nice pictures. So not only are we getting mystified by the beautiful artwork they put on the outside, but we get to open it up and just see these beautiful pieces of art on the inside too. So, it's just nice. It's nice to know. Right, so that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this video and previous videos that I have done. I will link my Frozen 1 review in the description below, just in case you've not checked that one out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you next time, you wonderful, wonderful people. Bye-bye!